He was once a soldier, a weapon of war, betrayed and reborn in the depths of hell. Now he walks the line between vengeance and redemption. But to truly capture his story, the new Spawn movie must get these things right. Yo, it's your boy from RatedComics, and in this video, we're diving deep into the upcoming Spawn movie and what it needs to get right to become a true masterpiece. So we're going to talk about the 1997 film, because we got to go back a little bit before we go forward. Now let's be real, the original Spawn movie, well, it had its moments, but it didn't quite capture the essence of the comics. The tone was off, the story was muddled, it was kind of cheesy, and the CGI, it hasn't aged well. But would I still watch it today? Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, this time, we need a film that embraces the darkness, the horror, the psychological torment that makes Spawn so compelling. And Blumhouse is known for their terrifying tales in their movies, so I think they're rightly equipped to do this movie and bring this movie to life. Now we gotta talk about characters and their portrayals. First up, the Violator. What the Joker is to Batman, the Violator is to Spawn. Spawn's nemesis needs to be grotesque, menacing, and downright terrifying. We need that chilling clown persona and the brutal, savage Violator monster. No holding back, and you gotta put a little sense of humor on him because he does have a twisted sense of humor. And the Violator should be like that creepy clown from your nightmares, but 100 times worse. Imagine Pennywise from It, but he can turn into a giant monster with claws and teeth. Now don't forget about Sam and Twitch. These detectives are fan favorites, and their grounded perspective provides a human element to the supernatural chaos. Get their dynamic right, and we're golden. Check that off the box. Sam and Twitch are like detectives from those buddy cop movies, but they're hunting down demons instead of bank robbers. They need to be tough, smart, and funny like Batman and Robin, but with trench coats. And then there's Malebolgia, the ruler of hell. Even if he's not the main villain in the debut film, his presence needs to be felt. That looming threat, that sense of dread, just like Thanos in the MCU. Even if you don't see him, you know he's out there. And everyone's scared of him. He's like the Thanos of hell. I mean, yeah, we gotta go there. And we gotta talk about Spawn's power and internal struggle. So Spawn's powers are unique. You got necroplasm, chains, transformations. It needs to be visually stunning and faithful to the comics. But more importantly, the movie needs to show the cost of those powers, the limitations, the struggle, the internal conflict. Spawn is crazy powered, and his powers are like a video game cheat code. He can fly, he can teleport, he can heal himself, and shoot chains like Spider-Man. But instead of web, you get chains. But every time he uses those powers, it's like his battery gets drained. He has to be careful or he'll run out of juice, because in the comics, he has a power meter. And every time he uses his powers to heal or necroplasm or whatever the case may be, his power meter does go down. We need to see Al Simmons, the man beneath the mask, his humanity, his regrets, his desire for redemption. This is what makes Spawn more than just a monster. Even though he has a super cool costume, he's got awesome powers and big powers too, but they come with a price. He's always fighting against the darkness inside of him. Now we gotta talk a little bit about world building, you know, there's alleyways, there's Rat City, that's where he's from. It's like the Gotham City of Batman, but that's Rat City, Gotham City to Spawn, you know? Spawn's world is vast and complex. We need glimpses of heaven, hell, and the gritty urban landscape. Even if the movie focuses on a smaller story, the world building needs to be solid. And don't shy away from the lore, the K7 Letha symbiote, the Hell Spawn hierarchy, because you got Omega Spawn, you got She Spawn, you got Gunslinger Spawn. Maybe just touch on that a little bit, or just my opinion here. And then you also got the history of Malebolgia. These details add depth and richness to the story. Now the K7 Letha symbiote is like the Venom suit from Spider-Man, but way more powerful and evil. It gives Spawn his powers, but it also tries to control him. It's like having a pet dragon that might try to eat you, because he's hungry like that, and so are we. And if you're liking the content of this video so far, you know what to do, like and subscribe. And also, I want to let you guys know, don't forget to check out RatedComics.com for some really cool limited print Rated Comic exclusives and some other comic books that we have to offer too. Just go to the search bar, type it in, hopefully you see something you like. But with all that being said, man, let's get right back into the content. Now, you got to incorporate elements from the Spawn animated series, because that HBO animated series nailed the mature tone and complex themes of Spawn. The movie can learn from this, embrace the darkness, explore the psychological aspects, and don't be afraid to push boundaries. One really cool example from the comics that could translate well into the film is a storyline involving Billy Kincaid. The character is a child murderer, and Spawn's confrontation with him is brutal and emotionally charged. Here's how it could be incorporated into the film in my opinion. You gotta showcase Spawn's internal conflict. Spawn's desire for revenge clashes with his lingering humanity. The film could explore the psychological toll of confronting such evil and the struggle to maintain control, especially given all that rage that he has. Now, Billy Kincaid is genuinely terrifying. The film could lean into horror elements, creating a truly disturbing villain that pushes the boundaries of what's acceptable in a superhero movie. He's a child murderer. You can take inspiration from It films and marry it with the comics. Find a happy medium here, but don't shy away, just go for it, you know? Now you can also demonstrate the consequences of Spawn's violence. I mean, Spawn's actions have consequences. The film could show the brutality of his methods, how it affects Wanda, the people around him, how they view him. If they view him as a monster because he's savage like that and he can't control his powers, you could showcase the brutality of his methods and the impact it has on him and those around him. And the storyline would establish the film's dark and gritty tone early on, preparing the audience for a Spawn movie that doesn't shy away from difficult themes. Now, one thing that the animated series also did a really great job at doing was portraying Spawn's internal conflict and his relationship with Cagliostro. These elements are crucial to understanding his journey. So in the animated series, Cagliostro acts as a mentor figure to Spawn, guiding him to understand and control his powers. However, their relationship is complex. Cagliostro is later to be revealed to be a former Herald Spawn himself with his own agenda. Now, is he trying to get Spawn to use up all his powers to get that power meter to 0, second death, and then Cagliostro take the Hellspawn suit? You never know. But a pivotal moment occurs when Cagliostro encourages Spawn to embrace his demonic side and unleash his full power. Spawn's torn between his humanity and his Hellspawn nature. He initially resists at first. This internal struggle is portrayed through intense dialogue and visceral visuals, showcasing Spawn's emotional turmoil. Ultimately, Spawn chooses to reject Cagliostro's influence, reaffirming his desire for redemption. This example highlights the complexity of their relationship and Spawn's internal conflict, which are crucial elements in understanding his journey from soldier to Hellspawn to something more. Now, Todd McFarlane, in recent interviews from what I understand, McFarlane talks about his passion for the character and his commitment to ensuring the film stays true to the source material's dark and gritty tone. And he also talks about Spawn being like the boogeyman character, operating in the shadows and instilling fear, which is true in the comics. And that gives us some clues about what to expect, and hopefully it means they're staying true to the source material. You learned your mistake from 1997 in that film, and I think he's gonna make right by it. But as long as he does not direct the film, hey, look, I'm not a hater when it comes to things like that. We all got gifts and talents that we thrive uniquely at. I think Todd thrives in being an artist and being a businessman, but I don't think he's meant to direct that film. But what do you guys think? What are the must-haves for the Spawn movie? Let me know in the comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. But with all that being said, don't forget to check out RatedComics.com. Until the next upload.